So this is about me. I have a properly registered company. It is registered in Bangalore, TWD. We have around 2 employees right now, and we are growing. So we are growing. So I am the founder, and we have this thing right now. I'm located in Bhopal, and the main branch office started with in Bangalore, but it is in Bhopal only. Everything is Bhopal. Is in Bhopal. Okay. So then about me. So I have around a lot of people I think have gone through this my link and all. So I have around 16 years of experience into IT, and I have written some books also, technical books, completely technical books, nothing else. And I have worked 16 years in my corporate career. After that, I started as a, if you can see, I worked around. This was my last job where I was an associate architect, and I worked. Associate architect is something like not the house architect. Okay, they're like some development type of thing. If someone has watched the movie Matrix, I don't know, miss. I'm a bit old, so I don't know Matrix. How many people have watched? And in Matrix, there was a person known as the architect. Okay, so he built the complete matrix. He built the complete matrix. So architect are like people, they are not exactly programmers, they are programmers. So they will instruct, okay, they will build the complete system. So I have built very high scalable systems. So scalable systems in the sense I have built something like Ubers also. Not exactly Uber, but I have built Uber like applications for enterprise. And it is not like always coding. You have to think from the top. Okay, this thing will go here. This programmer have to work in that fully technical role. It is like an architect who builds systems. So my last job was as an associate architect in a Bangalore-based product-based company known as Innomax. Before that, I have worked in almost every big company. I have worked in IBM. I have worked in Oracle also. Those who don't know, Oracle is a big company. L&T Infotech. I worked in JP Morgan Chase, which is the biggest bank in America. So I've worked in almost every company, and then I decided to become a teacher. Okay, so I am teaching as a part-time way for a long time. Means more than 2 years I'm teaching, but now I'm a full-time teacher, and I teach people to become web app developer. And I have my own company. I take corporate batches also. So it's a 6 month. It's nearly 6 months. It's September 2021. I open it. It's nearly 6 months, and I have a YouTube channel in which you are watching it. YouTube channel. I am way too much busy. Those who know me means from morning till evening, I have to take a lot of batches. Corporate batches also take. I take my personal batches also, in which we give at least the means. One thing I will tell means till now we have around 20 people in my personal batches I have trained. Okay, more than 200 people in my corporate batches are now. 20 people I am actually means everyone is now at the place where they will placed, because I teach a way in which you will get placed. There are people from my YouTube channel who are getting placed because I teach a way in which you can get placed very easily. Okay, you don't even have to join any of my paid boot camp, but if you join, it is surety that you will get a job. You will get a mentor. Who joins those things? Those people who need a mentor, they joins those things. Suppose sometimes what happens, you are alone. It is very difficult to do anything. It's literally very difficult to do anything. Why it is very difficult to do anything? See that I know people who are for the past 2 years they are going through YouTube channel after YouTube channel, TraversiNg Media, this what is the other clever programmer, technical thapa, what is the other, so all those big channel they go for 2 years they go, and they reach nowhere. Sometimes you need a mentor, because someone need to be hold your hand. So the free resources are all there. This is also a free resource. If you want to have a free thing, I tell everything. So a lot of people, so there are two kind of people. One who can go through all these free resources, get a mentor or get a guide from someone, and do it on their own. And sometimes people in India especially needs the hand holding. It is not like US. I know a lot of people who just I have a waiter, means who is connected with me, waiter, and he actually purchased one of my books, so he's connected with me, and he got a software job. Okay. He purchased one of my React.js book, so I'm in connection with me because he used to ask some queries and all. Okay, so that is there. And so this is about me and all. Hope you if you want, I can give this link also, and you can go through it. And I have a lot of connections actually, means it is not like that. And I will tell you more about this. I have around means how much. Okay, except this, I have around 19,513 connection. Means it's a lot actually. In LinkedIn terms, it's a lot, because 30,000 is a cap for LinkedIn. Those who don't know, and LinkedIn is a top network right now. Okay, so those are coming from some other background. I know a lot of people are coming from Facebook and Instagram, but LinkedIn is something which will get you a job. The job scenario has changed a lot. Okay, it is not like the Naukris and all those things will give you a job. Okay, so that is there. So now how to get a job and all these things, TWD and all these things are there, but how to get a job. So let me tell about this, because I told you that I'll give you a complete framework how to get a job. It is not like HTML will start by 3:30. Okay, HTML will start. It is completely technical thing. You'll know how I teach HTML and all those things. You'll know how we teach. So, and you'll get your certification also, and how to get benefit from that certification also, I will tell you that. Okay, so that is there. And so yeah, so let us first learn about the what are the 3 secrets to become a web app developer. Okay, and what is a web app developer, and that also we will see what is a web app developer, what is a website developer. Although today I'm not going to tell anything about web app developer, because to become a web app developer you need to learn React.js, which is again very less time to teach. Okay, so the 3 secrets to become a web developer is like, first thing is networking, second is daily action, third thing is challenges. Networking is a must. Networking is not like some ambient networking, or no, those things are not there here. So networking is like, you have to visible on all these things, all this platform, especially in India. If you are in India, it is in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook groups. So a lot of people uses this thing, like mainly the Instagram nowadays. Most people are on Instagram, nobody is on Facebook, but Facebook is not that. So Instagram, so you go and see some move or something like that, some actresses or something. I know a lot of people, actresses and all that. No, this is the different Instagram, not a different Instagram. This is the Instagram for the developers. Go follow some developer, what they do. Go follow. There is a very good developer known as Tane Pratap. Follow him, follow me. What we do on Instagram, so you'll know. So there is a whole community out there. Follow them, not someone else. Follow them. Paste, and then it is not about following. So it is, again, there are two kind of people in this world. One who is consume the social network, one who produce for the social network. So try to not be always a producer, but try to put something on social media. It is not like always consuming and browsing through the feeds and all. Put something on social media. Put your projects on social media. Put your project Instagram on social media. Put your something Twitter on social media. Means everything. Your projects on social media. LinkedIn is very important in India. LinkedIn is where all the startup crowd is. And trust me, means if you are coming from some non-IT background, I will tell you one thing: TCS will not take you. No, TCS will not even touch you. Infosys will not touch you. Wipro will not touch you. Nobody will even touch you. If you're from a non-IT background, if you're from mechanical, be mechanical or anything else, nobody will touch you. So if I was doing this class 10 years back, no, 12 years back in 2010, I would have told, forget it. You are a mechanical guy. How can you become a software engineer? You are a BCom person. Forget it. In your next 10 years also, you cannot become. But the world has changed in the 10 years. 10 years, the world has changed a lot. The startup ecosystem, India is the second biggest startup ecosystem in the world. Get some use from it. Get some benefit from it. These startups, they don't need any college degree. If you're 10th pass also, there is a Zoho employee who was even not 5th pass, and Zoho took it. Zoho don't, a lot of people of here you would not. Those are from south, they knows about Zoho. What is Zoho? They took their security guard as a developer because he was too much passionate to learn about development. So it is all about skills. Nobody is going to ask you what you know or something. They will only think that they only want you to know the development they want to know. So you have to be very active on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and you have to take a daily action. It is not that much easy. So a React.js developer earns around 10 lakh per annum, 10 lakh per annum per year. 1 year experience React.js developer earn that much. 10 lakh is not a small money. Anywhere it is not a small money, because I know people earn 15,000 per month and they are happy with it, because I'm staying in this small city for a long time. I know people are earning 15,000, 20,000 for, means around it is more than 10 years they're earning that thing. They're stuck at a 15,000 job, they're stuck at a 20,000 job, and they're happy. Calculate how much 10 lakh per annum is. Okay, 10 lakh per annum. I also don't know how much is. I have to open the calculator actually. 10 lakh, and my math is not that much good. Okay, 10 lakh is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divide by 12. Yeah, something is wrong. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It is like 80,000 per month. 80,000. It's a lot of money in India. Actually a lot of money in India. That much people are making after 1 year of experience. After just 1 year of experience, I know people, they're making that much after just 1 year of experience. So what you have to do? You have to just code 2 hours a day. code 2 hours a day to start with. In 6 months, if you follow me, in 6 months you can become a web developer. You won't earn that much. Okay, let me tell you, in 6 months you're not going to earn 10 lakh package. You have to start small. You have to again start with 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 job. But in 1 year you will go to exponential. It is not like some other job. Software engineering is not like some other job. There, if even if you start with 15,000, a bank also pays you 15,000. HDFC Bank, you go to the front office, they will pay you 15,000, but you'll stuck at the 15,000 for the rest of your life. Here it is not like that. 15,000 start and go to 80,000 in 1 year. It is like that. And then if it is possible, do challenges. I know a lot of people who have come to me and who have means attended this session, and they were impressed with it, and they started this challenge, 100 days of code challenge. And this is something, if you do this, there is no one buddy in this world, in this whole planet, that they cannot give you a job or anything, internship, whatever you want. 100 days of code, this is one of the toughest challenge on this planet. And the thing is that most of the American companies knows about that. They are on Twitter, so you have to be on Twitter and LinkedIn also. And this is a hashtag. I don't want to tell what is a hashtag. Everybody knows what is a hashtag. 100 days of code hashtag you have to do. You have to code daily 2 hours, do something good, and put this in this hashtag for 100 days. And then after the 100 days is over, you have to submit it to the site, and they will see it and all. And you have to daily code 100 days. You have to code. It is very difficult. The people say it is very easy. No, it is very difficult, especially in India. Somebody marriage comes upon, then what will happen? You go somewhere, your relative calls you. What will happen? You won't do it. Even if you lose one day, you have to start from zero. So that's why this is challenge known as the toughest challenge on planet Earth. On Earth, okay, toughest challenge on planet Earth. 100 days of code, and this is a suited to get a job. If you can do it, it's okay. If you cannot do it, then also you put it on these things. There are a lot of people. Not anyone can. Everybody can do it. Only 5-10% people can do it. So that is okay. If you cannot do it, it's okay. But at least do this thing. At least put it on Twitter. So what is this on LinkedIn and all? People also put. Okay, let me go to my this thing, notification. And how do we get it? Okay, so okay, so let me, okay, someone, because people just keep on tagging me. And okay, so this thing, okay, yeah, one more thing. This, I was telling about this 100 days of code. So this guy, he actually came to one of my this workshop, and he was impressed, and he's doing, see, this 100 days of code. I don't know how far how far he have got, but this is how people do. This is how you tag me. And it is not like always tag me like this. So there might be something in the videos also. So people tag me with videos. So I want you to create a small video for it. Okay, small video. All of my students actually they do it. Okay, so let me go to one of my students, because I have a lot of students who are my paid student also. So this guy is from one of my paid workshop, and I have a weekend workshop, and he's there. So see, student and integrated training by TWD and Edureka. What happens? He joined some time back, and in my, if you are in my any workshop, in my any bootcamp, I will make sure that you put it on LinkedIn. Oh, it is not like that you have to do all the thing, and after that you'll do. I will make sure that you put it on LinkedIn. And he put everything on LinkedIn. Okay, he started put everything on LinkedIn. And our actually batch is not over. Our batch is not over yet. And halfway through the batch, he got a job in a company as a full stack intern in React.js, which is like awesome. Okay, it is like awesome. He just got a job. And what he used to do, he used to be very punctual in the class, and he used to post all of this his projects. Okay, he used to post all of these projects like this, and he used to tag me, and he used to tag me, and he used to tag me, and I used to tag him back. Okay, he used to tag me like this. So see this projects he have created, and he used to tag me. And this is what my student does. This is what the people, there are a lot of my students who are not from my paid batches, they are from my YouTube channel. Okay, and they also tag me, because there is a mechanical engineer who got a job, because he's not from any of my course. He just tagged me and did the project. So this is how you have to do a lot of projects. And then the CEOs comes to know about it. He did all these things, and then see what happened. He got a job. He just got a job, even without our help. And we help our student to get a job when they complete all of the assignments which we give. But without our help, he got a job. That is the coolest thing. And I don't know why it's always happened. Most of my students gets job without even me helping. Okay, whether they're from a paid thing or whether they're from a YouTube, and they believe in me, in my YouTube, and they do what is required. And and he got a job. He was very punctual. He was very punctual and did everything. Okay, did all these things, and he got a job. So this is how people get job. Okay, and you have to be like, it is not like that. You're not my student. If you tag me and don't ask how to tag, at the rate you do tag, and take a proper video, means screenshot kind of video, not through your phone, and tag me and do a lot of projects. Okay, so that is there. And now what you need to learn. So last thing, and then we'll start with your HTML. And one more thing that is there is that I'll give some attendance form. Okay, let me put the attendance form also here. This is the attendance form which I'm going to give. Okay, this is the attendance form which I'm going to give. You have to give your email, name, your current profile, and LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile is written star. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, please do put you don't have. Please do put you don't have. So, and then, but you should have a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile is very powerful. Okay, you don't have, what can we do? Okay, you can do that. You don't have a LinkedIn profile and all, and it is okay anyways. Okay, because then give your correct name and your email ID, because the certificate will be sent on email only, and whatever name you give, the certificate will be given on that. Okay. And one thing I forgot to tell, means not forgot to tell, the thing, what is web development and what you have to learn in web development. So see, as I was telling, a lot of people nowadays, they don't know, they don't find a mentor, and they keep on learning. They don't know that, okay, you have to code in public. Okay, this thing has got a name also. You go to any big influencer also, you'll know this thing is a specific name. This thing is known as code in public. Code in public. Okay, you have to code in public and put everything on LinkedIn. Do create a good LinkedIn profile, that is also must, but code in public, that is must. Code in public. But what to code in public? There are so many things. There is Python is there, there is Java is there. Colleges still teaches Java, C++. Should we learn C++? Should we learn Java? Should we learn C? There is no job. Nobody in the industry uses C++ for the past 20 years, and colleges teaches that. So how will you get a job with C++? Nobody can get a job in C++. Java, they might get it. Java they might get, but they will not. But here I'm not here to teach you Java. There is not all of the jobs written in Java. Very little job is in Java. All of the jobs are with these three languages only: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. They are used to make website and web apps. So for creating websites, you don't even need this HTML and CSS. You mainly nowadays people work with what? WordPress. People work with WordPress. Yeah, you're right. People work with WordPress. People work with WordPress. They don't need anything else. HTML is a bit of knowledge they require, because I teach a lot of WordPress developer also to how to become a web app developer. Okay, WordPress developer, because WordPress developer all stuck in their life. WordPress, there is a limit. WordPress is so easy that anyone can become a WordPress developer. So with that, what happened? Anyways, but then also you need some HTML and CSS. With that, what happened? People get very less salary. Even the starting maybe 15,000, 5,000 to 15,000. But you can't get a salary more than 35,000, because I have a many WordPress developer in my community. So I know even after 5 years, you earn 35,000. 35,000 might seems like a lot. Okay. But once you get married in India, in 3-4 years after you start doing your job, maybe you have to get married. A lot of people I know, they have to get married, they have to have kid. Then what happened? 35,000 is enough? No, 35,000 not enough. 35,000 is a metro salary. It's not anywhere else. In a small city, you cannot get 35,000 rupees doing WordPress. Freelancing is a different thing than freelancing. You have to have competition from our neighbors. Pakistanis and Bangladeshis are very way ahead than us in freelancing. You go to anything, they believe in themselves. They are way ahead, and I salute them for this. They are way ahead of us in freelancing world. Okay, and you can search that data anywhere. They are way ahead. They can do cheap work also. They can go to complete big development also. Go to the programmer, Clever Programmer. There is a site, Clever Programmer. It's a very one of the top sites, top YouTube channel in the world. That guy is from Pakistan, and that guy started as a freelancing, and now he's one of the top person in the world. So they earn. Our people, India people, they works for company like Google and all, and these people, they are creating those big companies. So freelancing is not bad, but then again I'm telling, don't go for WordPress. It is way too much saturated and all. Don't go for WordPress. Okay, WordPress is not a good thing to go. So that even don't require HTML, CSS. Okay, so and very less salary. The moment JavaScript comes, people actually get afraid a bit. Okay, JavaScript is the site is okay. The problem is that you have to and you have to go there and you have to increase the quality. Okay, so please do increase the quality, and we are going to start in 5 minutes. Okay, so you have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and after that you have to learn this React.js. Okay, you have to learn React.js, and why React.js have to learn? See, React.js is the thing in which this all site is made. You're seeing this map I'm using, this map I'm using, mind map. This is an application. This is not a site. This is a web app. And this is made with something known as front-end is React.js. And there are way too much jobs for React.js. People don't get people for React.js. This is all built in React.js. LinkedIn is built in React.js. Facebook is built in React.js. Everything is built in React. Every complicated website, which most people know as a website, they are web app. The complicated pieces of software, they are made with React.js, and that is what I teach, React.js. And that is what I teach in the 3rd week. Just now I've completed React.js certification. That is what you have to learn. Don't have to go anywhere else. You have to only learn this 4 technology: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. Don't go for Python. Don't go for Java. Don't go for anything else. You have to go for only this thing. And okay, someone is asking for the link. Okay, so okay, the everything is showing perfectly, because when you watch it from a mobile, you have to increase the font, increase the, okay, how I can show, you have to increase the, means go to the settings and increase the quality to 720p. Okay, because I'm streaming at a high quality, so that is there. And okay, so let me give the attendance, because it's time to start with HTML. So this is the first attendance. See what is written here. Everybody see what is written. Workshop attendance number 1. Attendance number 1 means there will be a attendance number 2 also, which will be given towards the end, not now, which will be given towards the end. So this is attendance number 2, which will be given towards the end. It is not like 1 attendance you have to fill, 2 attendance you have to fill. Okay, so I'll send it, shorten it, copy it, and mark your first attendance. Yeah, and it is not linked to certificate. It is not, it will not generate a certificate for you. It is attendance. Certificate you will get by tonight. It is no link to certificate. It is link for the first attendance on. As I told, there will be second attendance also at around 5:30 p.m. around 5:30 p.m. Okay, or it can happen before that also. So that is there. And let's get started with HTML now. Okay, okay, so we'll start with HTML. Okay, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. I'll not go into much theory and all. I don't teach much theory. And earlier, what used to happen, all the websites structure is created with HTML. Okay, all the website structure and all is created with HTML. So what we need to do to start coding in HTML is nothing much you need to start coding in HTML. You just need a good enough computer, but not that much good enough also. 4 GB is sufficient, but I have a 4 GB RAM I'm telling about. Okay, and i3 at least the 4th, 5th generation, and you're good to go. 4 GB is more than enough. And so that is there, and this is what you require: 4 GB of thing. And what else? Okay, so that is there. And you need to write the code in something known as VS Code. So there is a code editor known as VS Code. You have to go and download this code editor. This code editor is from Microsoft, and it is completely free to download. You will see this thing, and you will download Windows. You will get for Windows if you have a Windows. I have a Mac, so I'm getting this. You just have to go and download the exe and download it, and it will be downloaded. Earlier, what you used to do, people used to code HTML before 10-12 years. Use code HTML with Notepad and all this and save it as .html, but that is not how today anybody works. So these code editors, they're so light that you won't feel it. Earlier, what used to happen, the code editors means there was nothing much for JavaScript. The code editors which used to be heavy for languages like Java and all, but everything changed from Java. 10 years back. So everything is JavaScript right now. So this is there, and you have to download it. And after you download it, okay, so okay, after you download it, you will get something like this. Okay, you'll get this one very big. Okay, so you'll get something like this. Something like this you'll get, and now you have to come to any folder. So I will tell the most easiest way to do it, because a lot of people here are from non-IT background maybe. So I will tell the most easiest, and I've opened this also side by side. So I'm in any folder. I'll be there, and let me make it a bit smaller. So here I'll do a new folder, and I will do write HTML basics. I'll write, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to now click it. I'm going to click it and hold it, and hold the mouse button or the trackpad, whatever you're using. Click it and hold it, and then leave it, and it will be open in the VS Code. So this is how you open the edit code in the VS Code. And then what you have to do, here, and I have to do index.html. Index.html will be there, and let me also mark this thing. Okay, so index.html I have done. Now how to write the code. So index.html is there, it is open, and .html means it's the HTML file. So like the .jpg means JPG file, .png means PNG file. Every file have extension in Windows or anything else. Every file have extension. So HTML files have extension known as .html. So this is there. Okay. So now we have to write the code here. So I can write the whole code of a skeleton of a HTML. I'm going to explain it, but I am going to not write the whole code. What I am going to do, actually, I'm going to give a not. I'm going to give a not and press the tab. Okay, not and tab I have pressed, and this will give me all the skeleton of an HTML code. Now let me explain the skeleton. All of this skeleton I will explain. So this doctype HTML is there. At the first, the doctype HTML is there. Doctype HTML means it's a HTML version 5. Okay, HTML version 5. So what is this version 5? How can I now use a Windows PC when I am using a Mac? How can I now use a Windows PC? Right now I don't have a Windows PC. So there is nothing different in a Windows PC or a Mac PC. You have everything like attendance form is there only. Why you are not getting attendance form? Okay. I don't have a Windows PC right now. Okay. So there is nothing difference in a Windows PC and this PC. You just have to have a finder, and this is the folder you can create in a Windows also. Right click, create a HTML basic, and then drag it. Nothing else is there. VS Code, only this thing will be different. Windows, this will be here, and Mac, it is here. Mac is not a different than a Windows PC. Okay. I'm not getting the attendance form is there only. I don't know why you are not getting the attendance form. Attendance form is in this chat only. Two chat above this from a TWD, there was a chat that is the attendance form. Okay, so plus weird questions. Okay, so that is there, and streaming requires a very high-end PC. Okay, as I've told you, if you go for coding, it doesn't require a high PC, but streaming requires a very high-end PC, and Macs are known for the high-end PCs and all. Okay. So it requires, maybe I will use a Windows PC later, and I have Windows PC also, but right now I cannot shift. Okay, so that is there. But someone asked a very different question first time. That's good. Okay, so where were we? So where we were learning about this. Okay, so this is a doctype HTML is there. Doctype HTML is like your HTML version 5. HTML version 5 introduced doctype HTML. Before that, everything was doctype, means HTML was version 4. Before 2015, there was changes in this. There were changes, not changes, upgradation. So every programming language goes through upgradations. Every programming language goes through upgradation. So upgradation was there, and your HTML was changed to version 5, and a lot of things have been added in version 5. So who changes this version? There is a committee known as W3C, which sits in the America, because American invented internet, American invented everything. everything related to computer are invented by America only. So they have a committee known as W3C, which sits in the of course in the US, and they have created all these things. Means they create the syntax and all these things after the programming language is invented. So this syntax HTML5, it means it is HTML5. Doc type is HTML5. Then I have an HTML. Okay, I have an HTML tag. I have an HTML tag. Okay, so this is the thing. It is known as it is written as like lang is English because it is English. We have for French, for FR, and all those things we have. But it's lang HTML. See, HTML tags are like this pointed thing, starting and ending, starting and ending. Okay, starting and ending, pointing things are there, and then this head part is there, and this body part is the head and body part is there. So head part generally contains whatever we see it here. See this meta thing is there. Meta thing is not something which you should know that much. Meta is something which is used by Google and used by digital marketers or not, because you can, in this meta tag, you can give something known as keyword which is used by Google. So how Google uses it? So Google have these things known as Google bots, which are complicated programs which whenever you put so what we are doing here, we are learning to build a simple website. So build a simple website and then we put it on the internet on GoDaddy. So we put it on GoDaddy. So now what happens, we put it on GoDaddy, and now how Google will know about it. Everybody can't have our website URL. So what Google bots do, they go scan the whole of the internet every day, scan the whole of the internet every day. And when they scan, they want this meta tag and all, and the keyboard and something is there. So I also don't know much about it, means what does everything means here. So you don't need to know, but this title document is very important. This Visual Studio Code which you're seeing here, it is coming from here only, means not from here, but I will write HTML basics is there, and now this body and all is there, and okay. So we'll have some basics now. Okay, have some just a basic. I don't know what is open. So inside this body, inside the head, whatever we type, it is here. But the body is something inside the body. Whatever type, it will come here. So I have a H1 I'll have, and like HTML crash course I'll have, not NTML. It is HTML crash course, and then I will have this paragraph tag, and it will have this. Okay, paragraph tag, I can write anything, like maybe I will write this thing only. How much means I can write something like this. Okay, I will write this thing right now. Pre-built and open source, run anywhere. So I will write something like this. So now I have created this small website which have a title, which have a H1, which have a P. And now where to see this website? Okay, so I have to again go back to my Finder, which is now like an Explorer in Windows. Okay, so this I have to go here and open this, and I have to double click on it. So for me, whatever is my default browser, for me it is Safari. For Windows it is Edge, or if you have changed it, sometime you might have changed it to Chrome. So if I change it to Chrome, it will open in Chrome. So this thing will open in Chrome. So like this, I also don't like Safari, so I will open this in Chrome itself. I've just copied that path. I'm opening it this in Chrome, so it will show like this. Okay, HTML crash course and all. So see this thing, HTML basics. HTML basics is coming here. The title HTML basics is coming here, and H1 means this is HTML crash course, and okay, H1 is like big. H1 is like big. So this is like HTML crash course. Okay, HTML crash course is like this, H1, and then this P is there. P is like a paragraph. Okay, so this is like a small text. P is like a small text. Okay, and H1 is like a big text. Okay, H1 is like a big text. So this is shown like this, and we are going to learn about this tags. So HTML is all about learning about this tags only, So H1 is like this big thing. P is like this small thing. P is like a small paragraph kind of. P means paragraph. H1 means heading. So this is there. Okay. One sec, I'm coming. Somebody got the gate. someone is at the gate. Sorry, someone is at the gate. Okay, so now we are going to learn about different tags. Okay, so let us learn about that. That is about HTML. Learning about different tags is about HTML. Okay, so we're going to learn that about that, and then save. Now I will have this like okay. So even before that, okay, I forgot to tell one thing. Okay, so this tag we are seeing with this. I refresh it and I'm going to see. Suppose I will add another p here, and I will put like lorem. Okay, what is this? I cannot put every time a text something like free build or no patch because that doesn't come on the back of my mind. So what developers do, they generally do something like this. There is a shortcut. There is a shortcut known as lorem. Okay, lorem ipsum. There is a text known as lorem ipsum text. So I'll write this lorem and then tab press the tab and it will give me this text. What is this lorem ipsum tag? Lorem ipsum is a dummy tag which was invented around 200 years back. This is when printing press was invented. This text was invented, lorem ipsum text, and it is like dummy text. And for website also, it is very popular. This dummy text. Okay, so why you are not getting that attendance form? I'm not getting. Okay, Mandar Monarchy. It is like the attendance form is like tagged at the top, and I don't send it on WhatsApp. Please don't ask there. WhatsApp it is will not be sent because see all the people are from the WhatsApp groups are not here. Okay, so that is never sent on the WhatsApp. The attendance form is right. So let me tell also where is the attendance form. So this is, so some people were asking where is the attendance form and all. So this is the live section going on. So okay, who was asking? Okay, and send me the link and all. So see, this is the attendance form. I've actually bookmarked it here also, and this is the attendance form. So you have to go here like this and you have to click it here like this, and you'll get the attendance form. Attendance form is here. Okay, so that is there. Attendance form is here, so no need to worry. The second form I have told now. Second attendance form is given at the end. Why I will give two attendance form at the same time? Here it is not still 15 minutes. Second attendance form is given at the end. Understand this thing. Why I am taking this two attendance? Two attendance is taking so that people attend the whole thing. See, these things all happens. Second, people attend only 5-10 minutes and then they go away. It is not like this. You have to. Second attendance form is not given so early. Second attendance form generally given towards the end. So you have to attend the complete towards the end or towards the middle also it can be given. So somewhere in towards late it will given. So it is not given so early. Okay. So that is there, and so okay. So where's I forgot. Okay. So let me close this thing. Okay. So there is a problem in this thing. Okay? There is a problem in this thing, which I'm going to tell. See, I have put a second paragraph here, and I will save it. But it is not reflecting here. Okay, it is not reflecting here. It is not reflecting here. Okay. Okay. So it is not reflecting here. Okay, it is not reflecting here. This paragraph is not reflecting. So why it is not reflecting? Because you have to come here and you have to refresh it. Then it will reflect. You have to refresh it, then it will reflect. Okay, so you have to refresh it. So that is like that. So now what is happening? I cannot do every time. I will add it and I will refresh it. No, I cannot do it. So VS Code comes with a very good extension, and this extension you go here and you search for this live. You search for this live extension, and you'll get this extension. Okay, this coming at the second. This live server from someone known as Ritwik Day. This is very popular extension. You have to install it. Just click on install and it will get installed. So what is the benefit of that extension? If you come here and if I do a right click and if I open it with live server, there will be open with live server thing will come, and it will open in some link like this, and I will go here and I'll paste it. Now see, all these things are there. So it opens something known as a local server kind of a thing. No need to understand much about it, but what happens with that, you can the moment you save some file, it will reflect here. Okay, so I will come here and I will delete it and I will save it. See, it got auto refreshed. This auto refresh was an I didn't did it and it was reflected. But here if I go, it is still there. So I have to manually refresh it. So we are not going to use this thing from now onwards. We are not going to manually open this file. We are not going to do that. We are going to do this. This is how developers work. Okay, this is how developers work. Now we are going to look into the different kind of tags. Okay. So first tag, HTML is all about the different tags. Okay, different tags. It is all about different tags. And HTML is very easy. And the tags you have to give inside body only. Here there are not many things. In the title I'm changing. Okay. The rest of the things are here. So first thing which I'm going to start with is the H1 tag. Okay, H1 tag I'm going to start, which is also known as heading tags. Okay. So not only H1, I'm going to start with heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 6. There are 6 heading tags. There are 6 heading tag total. H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So there are 6 heading tags. Heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. Okay, all 6 heading tags are there, and save it. So the moment I save it, so all of these 6 things will be shown, heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But as you can see, all of them are of different sizes. All of them are of different sizes and all. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of them are of different sizes. Okay, so that is there, different sizes. So generally we don't use below H4. H5 and H6 are very small. But this is, I have not given the size. It is coming by its own. And everything which is starting, it is ending. So H1 is starting, it is ending. So it is like this. These are known as heading tags. And now the next thing which you are going to learn about is the paragraph tag, which you have already seen. But before going to paragraph tag, I am going to tell one more thing. Okay, so there is something known as comment in HTML. There is something known as comment in HTML. So what are these comment? What are these comment actually? So this comment are like I will come here and I'll do a heading. I'll do heading tag. All right, heading tag. All right. And I will have to come here and control and backslash. I have to select everything and control and backslash I will do, and it will tell me, okay, heading tag. Now it is showing me as green. I'll save it. Now it is not been shown here. Why it is not been shown here? Because it is what? This is for the developer. This whole thing is for the developer. This is for the end user. This is for the user who will see your website. This is the website. And this is the developer who writes the code. And this is the output. Till now you might have been if you're coming from some other background, till now you have been on this side of the equation. Now you have to come to this side of the equation. This will be your main thing, not this thing. This will be also, but this will be your main thing. Okay, so this I have written heading tag. So heading tag means it's known as comment. It is for the developer, to the developer, and for the developer, whatever you can say. Because what happens in code, there can be a lot of things like just heading tag is there. Okay, so suppose in big projects, what happened in one application, I was an architect, so 10 software engineers, 10 front-end engineers used to work under me. So they're all going to work in same project only, same kind of code, sometimes in the same file also. So they have to write some small comment. What does this code means? What does this code will do? They have to write that thing. Okay, so that is there. That is known as this comments. You can pass the comment, and even for your own reference, it is. And I'm going to give you all this code, so you can when you are going through this, you can know, okay, this is a heading tag. This is a heading tag. You can know. So that is there, and then I am going to go to the. We're going to go to the paragraph tag now. Paragraph tag like this, and like this. Paragraph tag we have already seen. Okay, P I'll do, and lorem again I'll do lorem. So lorem maybe okay, we can give something like this on lorem 40. It will give me big lorem. Okay, lorem 40 will give me like this. Then I will go, and again I put 2 paragraph actually. Lorem small 10. Okay, small maybe 15. Lorem 15, small 15. So I am having 2 lorem. Okay, one is here and one is here. Okay, now one thing I want to tell. Okay, so what is that? This heading 1 to 66 are there, but all of this thing could have fitted in one line. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. This paragraph is there. This paragraph is there. Okay, this paragraph is there. After this paragraph could have also fitted here, but it is not fitting here. Because HTML elements, there are two kind of HTML elements. Okay, one of the HTML element is one of the HTML element is known as block level elements. So these are what? These are actually block level elements. These are block level elements. Okay, and the other kind of elements are known as inline element, which we are going to see. 70% of the tags are generally block level elements. They take their own line. They take their own. Everything is taking its own line, and some space is also between there. Okay, so this is there. So now the next tag we are going to learn is the link tag. Okay, link tag or anchor tag. It is known as both. So I'm going to go here, and again I'm putting this nice comments for all of you, because when you're going to see this code, you will understand. Okay, these are links tag. These are links tag. Okay, and I will put this like this, and then I will have a link. And link tag starts with a and href. Href it starts. What is href? So this is the first time I'm seeing something like a second thing. Like this is known as attribute also. Some of them have like this lang English, but this has got something known as attribute. Okay, so what I'm going to pass here? What is this? What is this attribute? Okay, what is this attribute? Like this, I have to come here, and href is like this, and this I'll do. Okay, so you have to put any website here. I'm putting my website here, but you can put any website here. You can put any website here. Okay, and that is like this. And after this, I have to put the dev. Anything I can put. Again I can put anything. Okay, again I can put anything. So this I have put. Okay, so the web dev is there. So what just got created? See, a link got created. A link got created, and this link, I'm sure all of you might have seen in a lot of websites, the links which you click and it takes you somewhere. It takes you somewhere. Generally, everything is style. See, without CSS, without CSS, HTML is very bland and very bad looking. Okay, so most of the site which you see nowadays, those good site, every site need to be very good. They comes with CSS. We are going to learn a good amount of CSS, but not complete CSS today, but a good amount of CSS we're going to learn. Okay, today after this HTML is over, and most probably at around 4:30. Okay, so this is there. And what is this anchor tag? What is this anchor tag? And this is the site, and this is the text is there. So if I click on this site, this link, okay, I will see one more thing. If my mouse is like what? My mouse is like this, a pointer, not a pointer, like this arrow kind of thing. Okay, now when I bring my mouse over here, what I'm getting a hand. It means that it is clickable, and I think all of you know what does that mean, because all of you have gone to Amazon's, Facebook's, and all those things. Everybody goes. Okay, so like this, I'm going to click it, and I'm going to click it, and it will open my site. Okay, it will open my site, and all these things it will open. Okay, so that is there. My blog site is there. This is actually again very. It is not a good experience. See, if you go to any websites, what happens? The good websites or web apps, whatever you go, you click somewhere, you will see that it will open in a new tab. It will not open in the same tab. It will open in a new tab. So I want to do that thing, and that is something which you can do with programming. Okay, so how I can do that thing with programming? So in this anchor tag only, you have to do something like anchor tag again. I have to do, and I'll take some other website now. Means maybe I will take the website for right now. What is going on? Okay, right now my YouTube thing is going on, and YouTube, whatever I'm telling now live, it will be there. It will be there on my YouTube channel. You can see it later on also. But the thing is that those people who attend it live and fill the attendance form, they only get the certificate. Okay, and it happens every weekend at the same time. So this is there, and I will create it as maybe TWD YT. I'll do. Okay, YT means YouTube, or maybe let me do it completely. YouTube I'll write, and I will save it. I'll save it. The TWD, you see a new thing has been opened. Okay, and but if I do it like this, it will again do the same thing. It will open in the same tab only. I don't want it to open in the same tab, so I will do a target equal to underscore blank. Target equal to underscore blank. I'll do. Save it. Target equal to underscore blank. I'll do. Now see what will happen. This is completely a keyword. Target equal to underscore blank is a completely keyword. So I'll come here and I'll click it here. See, this thing. See, right now my thing is getting over. And please do like and subscribe. If you're not like and subscribe, please do like it. I see a lot of people are using, and please do share with your friends. And on this is the attendance form. Again, I'm telling this is the attendance form. Okay, so this is here also and here also. Please do fill it. If you're not fill it, please do like and subscribe if you're liking it what I'm telling you. So see, as you can see, it is opening in a different tab. Here I am clicking, it is opening in the same tab. It is opening in the same tab. But here I am clicking, it is opening in a different tab. It is opening in a different tab. See the thing. This is coming because of a targeting ban. And if someone have seen it closely, they might have seen this. Both of these two things are coming on the same line. Why? Because they are inline elements. This is not like a paragraph or a heading that they will come in its own line. Some of the elements are inline element also. So this is an inline element. They are coming in same line. So that is their inline element. So that is done. Now, the next thing which we are going to learn about is there's something known as list tag. Okay, so HTML is all about learning about tags. Okay, so you have to learn about those tags. Okay, so I will learn about the lists tag is there, and I will again going to comment it out, and then I will going to have a UL is there, and here I will have a li and item 1 . 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. UL is there, and OL is there, which is ordered list. OL is ordered list. Let me save it and see what is the UL and what is the OL. UL is unordered list, which is like this. All these things are there. See this dot coming. This is a UL, unordered list. That's why this dot coming. And it is a combination of two tags, UL and li. Inside the UL there is a li's are there. Inside the OL there is li. OL is ordered list. UL is unordered list. OL is ordered list. Everything has a full form. Everything starts and everything ends. But here I will have a number, so here I will have the dots, and this UL is much more important. Okay, so if I come here and do this like 6 and do this like 6 here, so it will increase the number, it will increase this thing. So this is like these two things. Now the next thing which we are going to do is, and as I've told, this is complete HTML I'm teaching. You don't have to go anywhere outside. One thing you have to see from the outside, which I was going to tell, but please don't go anywhere outside, or else you will lose a lot of time. And a lot of people just do HTML for around 6 months. Just HTML. HTML is a one-day thing to do. It is not a 6-month thing to do. If you want to spend that much time, spend in CSS. CSS is a bit, it requires practice. CSS requires practice. Okay, that is there. So, and CSS can at least get you a job, at least can get your foot in the industry. As I've told, if you want to be a WordPress developer, you should know HTML, CSS also. At least you can get your foot in the industry. Okay, so that is like that. So table, I will do table tag. Okay, table tag. So table tag is there like this, and then I'm going to, table tag is also a group of a lot of tags. Okay, so like one of the main thing is that everything will be wrapped in a table. So as the name suggests, what is a table tag? Table tag is used to create a table. Okay, so table is there, and then t head is there, t head, and then there's a two part actually, t head and t body. T head and t body, these two parts it has got. Now we have like tr. So table, t head means table head and t body means table body, because all table have a main header. Those have seen a table, it has got a table means head is there. Okay, it shows everything. Like we'll see what is a t head ends. So this will have a tr, okay, tr, and then this one will have th, and it will be like name, and th, age, and th, email it will have. So these three things it will have. So table tr means what? Table row, and this means table header. If I save it like this, see, you'll get this nice bold kind of things, which is like it has arranged it by itself. Okay, it is coming one after the another. It is arranged by itself. Now we have something known as table rows. Table rows is here also, but the rows in the body. So we'll have something like table. And one more thing, this all you don't have to mug up, especially the table thing. You don't have to mug up. You can get it from the internet, means, but it is important. So I'm teaching. Okay, you don't have to mug up all these things. You don't mug up. So, but they are very less. So I teach only this 3-4 things. So at least you can mug up these things, but don't mug up table, because table sometimes it's very difficult. Okay, so table row I will do, and here I'll do a t, and here I'll have my table data. TD means table data. Okay, so here I can have data now in 2. Okay, and t 39 and td into at gmail.com, like this. And I can have multiple table rows, because table head can be one only, but I can have multiple table rows. So I'll do this like this, and there at gmail.com. So I'll save it. So it will come like this. This is how the table comes. Okay, hope you all are finding it very easy. And if you're coming from some non-IT background, see, this is not that much difficult. You only need to practice. If you're coming from non-IT background, don't worry, it is not that much difficult. Okay, you just have to practice, and HTML and CSS are very easy. It is not that tough. You just have to practice a lot. Okay, now we are going to learn about the most important tags are the form tags. So it is the most important group of tags in HTML. It is the most important groups of tags in CSS. It is the most important groups of tags in JavaScript, React, everything. Why it is the most important group of tags? See, let's start with Facebook. So when you go to Facebook for the first time, what you did, you filled some registration form. Some registration form was there, it will in which it asks your name, email, age, gender, blah blah blah, a lot of things it has asked. Then it has told you to submit that form. So when you submit that form, then what happens? So all of your data is taken, all of your data goes from the browser, it is taken to the US. Yeah, to the US. No data is saved in India. Facebook is not an Indian company. Your data is taken to the US. There are big farms of Facebook. In that farms, your data is stored in some database. Your data is stored in some database. Your data is stored there. Okay, so the next time you go, so what are forms used for? Forms are used to takes the data. Okay, forms are used to, and time like it is around 5:30. So 5:30 to 5:45. Okay, around 5:45 p.m. Okay. So that is there, and so the data is stored there, and so you had just filled a form. So the registration is a form, and that is created in HTML. So that registration is there. Then you log into Facebook. Then again, you have to log in like email ID and sign in. So that is also form, because your data is again taken to the Facebook server, and it is checked again, the password which you have saved earlier, it is checked. Then when you go to Facebook and do some post, you're finally logged in, and you're doing some post, and you're writing something and doing some post and hitting the post button. That is also form, because your data is again taken and taken into the Facebook server and stored it there. So whenever you are going to take some data from the user, which is a lot of time in every interactive website, unless your website is not interactive, unless it's a very simple website like maybe like a site for a local kirana shop which you have created in WordPress, or something else. So that is known as static sites also. That are known as static sites. There you don't take much data from the user, but there is one thing which you take from the user. In every static site, there is something known as contact forms are there. In that you take it. They are known as forms, because they are actually in HTML. You have to code it, this form. Okay, so yeah, the video will be there for the future reference, and of course, even after, I don't delete any video. Okay, I don't delete any video. So I know a lot of people deletes the videos, live classes, but I don't delete. So that will be there. Yes. So okay, so now we are going to look around the form tag. Okay, so even before starting with the form tag, what we are going to do, we are going to see we have gone a bit down. We have gone a bit down. Okay, gone a bit down. So we are going to learn about two tags before starting with the form tag. One is known as HR. HR is known as horizontal rule. I'll do it, and it doesn't have ending. See, it is a different kind of tag. It doesn't have ending. So what is this HR? HR is creating a line, horizontal rule. It is only a horizontal rule. And we'll learn about another tag known as BR. BR means break row. So it gives an empty space, and it is required sometime. And I will again do these things because I'm going to create a form inside it, because see, you'll understand, because we have come a bit down, so we need something. So form starts with this form thing like this, and I will write here like form tag. I will write form tag. I'll write like this, and form tag is there, and label is like this, and it will like name is label, and input type text. Okay, so what I'm just doing, so let me complete it, then I will tell. So everything is like a inputs. A lot of input tags will be there in the form. Okay, so this is name is there, then this is like I will have a age here, input type number, and name is age. Okay, so what I just did, okay, see what is happening. So this, all these things, all of you might have seen. See this name, age, email, all of these things enter. And if I do something here, I can write something here, and this is like age here. What I can do here, this is a type number, and here I can give the number like this 12, and I can also have this thing, nice thing. I can increase it. So now understand. Let us understand what is this. First thing is that everything should be inside a form tag. The next thing is that there is a group, there is a pair, not group, there is a pair of label and input. Pair of label and input. So this is the first pair, this is the second pair. So this is for the name. Okay, the name. So and this is, but this will only give this text. This name is coming because of that. This input type text is there. Input type text is there. Okay, input type text is there. It means that it will create something known as something in which you can enter any text. Okay, there is input type password and all are also there. And name equal to name. Name equal to name. What I have given. So as I've told, everything is sent to the backend. Everything is sent to the backend. So name equal to name I have given, so that the backend actually it is required for backend programming, so that it is it understand. Okay, it is a unique ID of unique field of the name. So name is a field of it's also its name. Then the age I have taken input type number, and the difference is that here you can type only numbers, and you can increase it also, and age is there. So this is something which are there, and there are different input types in your HTML. Okay, so one more thing you might have noticed that everything is in one line, because everything here is an inline element. Label is an inline element, input is an inline element, so everything is coming in one line. But actually, if you have gone to Facebook and also, you might have seen that, okay, name, enter your username, and then in the next line it comes like enter your password. Okay, every time it is coming, it doesn't comes in one line. So we'll also do something like this. So I will tell one thing. If you are going to add CSS to it, it would have been very much easy, and we're going to do the form in CSS also, so it would have been very easy. But with HTML we don't have much option, and I'm not going to touch CSS right now, because after HTML we are going to touch CSS. So how to do it with HTML only? So there is one tag in HTML you all will see a lot, which is a div tag. Div means nothing. Div is just a block level element, and it is used to group things together. So like this, I want to group some things together, so the div will be used. So I will actually choose this thing, and I will move it inside it like this, and then I will go to div, and this age is there. This will also I will move it inside and save it like this. See now what happened. So because div is a block level element, it created a block, and it has come into different lines. So it is like this, come into different lines. So now what we need to do, okay, so now I still want some space between them, so it is not good, they are very close. So I can wrap it in another div, or we are just learning about BR tag. So I'll do a BR break row, and it will go to the next line. So this is like this. Now we are going to learn about something known as a text area. So this input type text, it has got, you will see that there is only one line in one line here, only one line here. So I want more than one line. So what to do? I'll do this br and I'll do this div again, and inside this div I will have this like again I'll have this label like this, and I will have this as message and text area. So it gives a lot of things. I don't need that much. So name, I won't only need the name is like message, and text area is generally have an ending thing. See, all of this thing, input doesn't have an ending, but it has got an ending like this. It is mandatory. So text area is nothing but a big input type text. Input type text, I can write only one line. Okay, here like this, but here this is a text area, so I can write multiple lines. Even if I go beyond that, it will create something like a scroll kind of thing. Okay, so that's a good question. Why we write name equal to age in label? Not label. We have written it in the input box. We have written it in the input box. We have written it here. See, here we have written. Here we have written. Here we have written. See, on all the tags which we are going to do, we'll write this name. Why? Name is a keyword. This is a unique thing. So when all of this data goes to the backend server, it will identify with this thing. Okay, so this has got a name of name. Okay, it is confusing maybe. It has got a name of age. This has got a name of message. So to uniquely identify this thing, so this is different, this is different, this is different. There can be 10 input type text. It is not like that name is only there. So you can ask something else also. Hobbies also you can ask like this. So a lot of things you can ask. So that's why everything will have this name thing. Okay, so that is there. Very good question. So now we are going to learn about the drop downs. So drop downs are very important, and all of us have seen the drop downs and all, means Amazons and all, everything has a drop down. So drop down, so we are going to create a drop down. Creating drop down is also very easy. I will come here, I'll do a br, I'll do a div, and then I will do a label. It's like this, and favorite color, and then I will have a select like this. Select is again I will have this name. See, again I'm having this name. So label is something which will be always there. See, to have the label or the text. So select is the thing for a drop down, and again the name here I will put as color, and then I will have this as option. Value is red. Again there is something like, okay, red color maybe. And green color and whatever is it. So I got three colors: red color, blue color, and green color. So I'll come here, and favorite color is coming like red color, blue color, and green color, and I can choose. See, this drop down is there. I can choose this drop down. Okay, choose this drop down. So now this name is there, but what is this value and all? What is this value and all? See, when you send something to the backend, you have to send something like a plain string. You have to send. So in name, age, message, all these things, I have some data. I can pass it as a string. Pass it as a string to the backend. But when I'm sending this data to the backend server, when I send this data to the backend server, so what I will send? So there is something in HTML, means in this HTML tag. Generally, people don't send. They can send this thing also, red color, but it can be anything. But there is something known as value only in this option. The value is there. Value is there in this option. So this value will get sent to the backend. So when we submit this thing, I will also tell how to submit. When we are going to submit this thing, so suppose I'm choosing blue. So this not blue color will go to the backend. Blue will go to the backend server. So this is there. So now the next thing which we are going to learn is we're going to continue with the form, because I have told forms are the biggest thing. Okay, forms are the biggest thing here. So now the next thing which we are going to learn is the checkbox and radio boxes. So checkbox, again, all of you might know, past 2 years everybody was at home, so some of you might have given some online exams, even the college exams. So in that, multiple answer questions are there. So in that, something like the tick mark is there, and then you do go to the next question, tick marks, tick mark. So that all question paper kind of thing is also a what, is also a form. Actually, my last project before becoming a full-time teacher was that only, preparing means online examination thing, because it's a very big thing which we are doing. So that was something like that. So there also those check boxes are there. Okay, those check boxes are there, and those are there. And let us first learn about the check boxes, but let us not do that much complicated. We are going to learn just about VR, and we are going to learn about a div, and do a div. And here I will have a h4. What do you own? So it is not like that I cannot use other tag inside it. I can use other tags also. So because I am asking a question or something like this to the user, and then I will have a input type check box, input type check box, name equal to bike, and value equal to bike, and label is bike. Okay, label is bike. And one more thing, label we can have after also, it doesn't matter, we can have anywhere. Okay, so label equal to bike I have done. Now I'll come here and like this checkbox, and it is car, and car. I'll do save it. So see, now what will come? So now this thing is coming like a checkbox. Here I can take it. Okay, I can take it like this, take it, and I can take both of them. So this is also used a lot in multiple answer questions which you have in examinations, which you have those multiple answer questions. Pick one or any, something like that, choose one or any, something like that, it is written. So in that, the checkboxes are used, and this question marks are there. Means you can select one, or you can select all four. You can select one, or you can select all four. Okay, so this is like this, and again the name is there, but here also we have a value also. Okay, in this also we have value. Okay, value we can pass. So this is known as checkboxes. Now we have radio boxes, and radio boxes are used to choose. Radio boxes are also known as radio group, and they are used to choose only one thing. Okay, here I can choose multiple, but radio boxes, the moment I choose something, the earlier thing will be gone away. So div I have there, and now I will do a h4, and I will have a gender here, and input will be there, and type will be radio, input type radio, and name equal to gender value. And this is very common to give a gender you cannot have multiple. So there you have this in all the form. When you have a gender, we take this thing. Okay, so like this, and label will be like male. Okay, so gender, name, label will be female, other. So we have all the three genders. So we come here. So now see what will happen. Gender I'm here. I will select the male. The male is selected. The moment I select the female, the male is unselected, and the other is there. So it will work like this. It will work like this. So it comes as a group. Here I can choose both of them, but here I cannot choose both of them. And this is also very common way for multiple question answer in which we have only one answer. So this is like that is there. Okay. So, and here one thing to notice is that it, as I've told earlier, radio boxes are also known as radio groups. So here the name is same. See, name is always it is always I have kept. You have to keep it as same. Like gender I have kept. Value is different because something you will have to go to the backend. But name is same because only one value will be gone. But here the name is different. So when this data will go to the backend, it will go separate as a bike and separate as a car if I choose both. But here from this whole thing, only one data will go. Only one data will go. So that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to do is a form is complete. Okay, there's something else also is there which I will okay. So I have a doubt, instead of name we can use value. No, name and values are totally different. But in HTML there is one thing. Okay, HTML there is one thing. HTML is not a programming language, or HTML not a strict. You can omit everything also. It will not give an error unless it is not able to show anything. So even if I do something like this, say I forgot to give this, I forgot to give this label, I'll save it. See, it is still it is showing. Maybe, and even it will try to work also. So here it is showing some error, but it generally doesn't shows any error. But name is important in normal HTML. Name is important. You should do whatever it is been told. Like name, it should be there. Value is not there in everything. See, value is there in gender, in radio boxes, in check boxes, and here in options. But in these things the value is not there, but a name is there. Again, the name is there. So value is also sent to the backend, but the name is there too. Okay, so I will tell how it is sent to the backend like this. Okay, so it will be sent to the backend like, okay, like name field, this name, and whatever the user enters the name, like Nabendu, age 39, message, this is a text box, color red, color red, bike, uh, bike, yes, when checkbox sends yes, car, yes, gender, male, gender value, this male, it will be shown, it will be sent like that, okay. So that is there, and that is how it is sent. That's the name is important. So now the thing is there. Okay, we have to submit this form, and how to submit this form. So all the forms are submitted with some button. Facebook and all, everything has a button. So here also we will have a button to submit this thing. So let us have a button, and to submit, here we have a special kind of a button, and there is a button tag also, which I'm going to tell soon. But this button is with input type submit. Input type submit is there, and then here will be value equal to maybe send. So this value is just different. This value is not sent to the backend. Just see, you'll see what is there. So send is whatever I write here, it is putting here, and this has been done. So this is a special kind of a button. Input type submit is a special kind of a button which has been created to send this data to the backend. So how, let me have some data, and let me click it and see, when I'm clicking it, see what is happening. This whole thing get refreshed, and sometimes it is not a good way to send, or sometimes it is not a good way to send. This thing comes because earlier, around 2010, PHP was very popular. PHP, you need to send it like this. Okay, you need to refresh it, and you used to have something in the form, and you used to send the data through something like this. Okay, and I was telling one thing. See, when I click this, when I did this thing, see what happened. So the data is actually, I will do it here. Just how the HTML form tried to send it. See how it is trying to sending it. What I was telling now. Name is Nabendu Vishwas, age is 23, matches is whatever, color is red. Okay, so we got to see also how it was trying to send. Although we are not going to send in this way, JavaScript we send it in a different way. This is a bit of PHP way. But then also in JavaScript also we have to send it like this one. Means the value, color is red, the value was red, bike equal to bike, and car equal to car. Okay, maybe I should have written vehicle 1 or vehicle 2, and then gender equal to male. See, this is all clear now. Means it is sent like this. Okay, so this is how it is sent. Okay, so maybe I will comment this out so that you all can have a bit of thing here. So the main thing is there, the refresh thing happens whenever you send it, that there is a refresh thing happens. See, it get refreshed, which is not a good thing, but we are going to see this thing again. Means revisit this thing when we're going to do JavaScript and all. So this is there, but I've told a lot of things about form. In fact, forms we had covered more than half an hour, but still form is not over. I mean, still form is not over, and all of you need to do something else also in form and the form. As I've told, there will be only one thing extra which you need to learn about after this HTML which I teach, which is like this. You go to this. I will give this thing. Okay, HTML tutorials. Okay, HTML tutorials, and most probably this W3C school will be open only. W3C school is the site, is the, again it is them who created it, and here I will give this link, and here see there are a lot of things. That's why people generally do 6 months in this only. You don't have to learn everything from here, you'll be stuck. You have to come here and do the input types. So input types you have to do, and there are a lot of input types. They're very good input types actually. What input types I've taught, they were in HTML4, but a lot of new input types are added in HTML5 in 2015, and this is all of the input types are there. Okay, so bike, gender, checkout, and video box means checkout. Okay. Oh, bike, gender. Okay, I didn't got a bike, gender, checkout. No, it is there is some and is there. Maybe you remove this and. Okay, this and you remove. This is going. Suppose this is going like this. Age, message, color, bike is bike, car is car, and gender is male. So gender is male is going. It is. I think it is. It is like okay to understand. It is like going like this. Okay. So that is there. And so what I was telling that there are a lot more input types are there which I have not told. So you go to this, there actually in HTML5 there are a lot more input types are added. So you have to go here and you can, there are some of them are very good, like this HTML type color is there. HTML type color is like something in which they have given the type color, and if you come here you can choose the color from a color picker. It is very cool, actually it is very cool. You can choose the color from the color picker, and this is something before 2015 it was very difficult to make. Okay, so that is there, because all of these things we have to create with your JavaScript. So this is even more powerful. Input type date. So you might have gone to some websites and you have seen that you can do this your all calendar and all. Okay, so see, this is a calendar. If I go here and see, a calendar has been opened and complete calendar is there. You can go like back also, front also, choose your date of birth also, like this. So this is very powerful stuff. Before 2015 we used to make it through some external libraries and all, but now only input type date you will give, it will be there. So all these things are there. Even you might have seen this thing a lot. A lot of websites like Naukri and all, they have like you choose, you put your resume, choose the file. So this is also there. And this is just a simple input type file. See, nowadays everything has become very easy. Input type file is there and you will get it. So this is some link which I want all of you to check it out. Okay, check this out. So only this link. Okay, so this is there. Now we have come. Okay, so now as I've told, there is a button tag also. Okay, button tag also. Input type submit is there. So this is a special tag kind of a button, but we have a normal button also, and that normal button is like known as a button tag, and it will be like just a button, and click me like this, save it, and see it will come like this, a button. So the same kind of a button is coming, but the thing is that if you click here, nothing is happening. And all this button tag also submit, all this functionality you have to add through JavaScript. Okay, so click me here, then nothing is happening. Here the send I am doing it, the refresh was happening because this is a special kind of a button. Now the last thing we have to understand in HTML is the image tag. So images are very important part of everything. So how to display these images and all. Okay, so there are two ways to display images. Either I can put some image inside our project, or else I can get it from the, so all the images have some link, whatever is hosted on the internet have some links. So let us see both of the way to show the images and look into something else also. So here I'll do a via, and I'll do img the src. Okay, I have to come here, and here I'll create a new folder, images, and I'll go to this site unsplash.com, very popular site to get free royalty free images. Okay, that is there. Maybe mobile I'll take. Recently doing some mobile development, so I was having this thing. Okay, so maybe this one I'll take, and maybe this large one I'll take. Okay, so now how to put this image. So you just show in Finder and all I'm doing. Okay, so I have this images folder. Now I will just drag it here, and it will be shown like this. Images will be shown. Let us have a bit small, because I don't want this many names, so I want this on the unsplash.jpg. So unsplash.jpg is there. Now we have this image. So how to show this image? In the src I will come, and I'll do this images, and like this unsplash.jpg, and I will put this, okay, in this alt like this. It is mobile. I'll put, because it's a mobile pic. I'll save it, and now I'll see like this big image. Okay, so the image is huge, and it is, I'm not able to see the complete. I have to make it complete, then only I can see it. So this is not a good user experience. This alt tag will come into this alt tag. What is this alt tag? So what we have to do, we don't have match things in again in HTML. We can control it in a very good way in CSS. We're going to see that thing, okay, CSS. And what we can do, but we can give something like width and height here. Width is like 400, and height is like 300, and I will save it. So width and height, both of them done like this. Okay, so but this is not a good way to do, because sometimes the image get distorted also. Like if I don't have anything, like maybe I will have something like 200. See, this image is getting some odd distorted. It is not shown correctly. We have something very good in CSS which we are going to learn. So through that. But okay, so also let us see like how to show like this img. So we can show it from the internet also. Okay, so 640 into this, and that I will do. So we have many sites like this in which we can give the link, or you can go to the internet also and you can get a link. Okay, so for this, for any images, but it is not sort of legal. Okay, so you go to Google and put any image on your site that has some issues. Okay, so it is there. I'm here, and then I'll do a img. Here inside this, I don't have to give any folder, or I don't have to give the local path. I just have to put this path. Okay, and then in alt I will write back. I'll write and save it. So see, it is showing like this. Okay, this is shown like this. A random image has been shown like this. So we can show like this. But now the last thing is that what is this alt? Okay, what is this alt? Alt is known as alternate text. It has not been shown anywhere. It is shown only when we are not able to display this image in any ways. Maybe the developer had given a wrong name, like maybe like unsplash they have given, and it is, there is no image like this. So then it will be shown. See, this mobile is been shown and a broken image is been shown. I hope everyone have seen this thing somewhere in their life if they are using internet for some time. In any website, these images are sometimes broken. Even on the bigger website like Amazon or something, you might have felt this thing. Sometimes the images are broken and it is shown like this because the developer might have done some mistake, and it happens all the time. So that is one thing which happens. And the other thing is that suddenly the internet goes away. Today also a lot of people were telling me that they were seeing the YouTube video not not in a proper way, because internet problem is still a problem in India. Is still with Geo, and also maybe some internet problems suddenly happen. Suddenly your internet goes away. Maybe you are going through a train, and there is a tunnel is there. Tunnel, you enter tunnel is train is entering the tunnel, and your internet goes away. But the site was just getting to load, and trust me, the images takes the most number of time to load. The site will get loaded, but the images will take number of time. Suppose the image was getting loaded at a time when you enter the tunnel and the internet connection goes away, then all the text will be shown, but the image will be like it will be like a broken thing will be shown like this. So I've seen that a lot of times. Most of you have also seen that a lot of times. Suddenly the images will not be shown. So let me keep it like this only, and this is our HTML is completed. Now we are going to learn about CSS. Okay, CSS we are going to learn. And CSS we are going to use it in a different file. So this is how you close it. So there is something which you click, and then we again will see this thing. Okay, this is how you close it. So I will close it, and I will now again do it in the most easiest way. So the way in which I do always, this is the most easiest way, like this. Find okay, where is just okay. So I have this HTML basics folder. So I will have another folder here, like it will be CSS basics. We will have okay. Now again I will open the VS Code. Again I will drag it. So this is how we do it, and this is same in every operating system, Windows, Mac, anything. So I've dragged it again, and then I will again have the index.html. See, in CSS also what happened, there is like this index.html is there. So because the structure will come from the HTML, okay, structure will come from the HTML, and we are going to have another file like style.css. Most of the time, we are going to have some external file like style.css. .css means CSS. CSS full form is cascading style sheets. Okay, so this index.html is there. Now I am going again to have this not, and this I will write as CSS basics, and I will have a h1 like CSS crash codes. Save it, and I will open it with live server. You can open it with live server by clicking this go live also if you are seeing that thing. Sometimes you don't see that thing, and the CSS crash course is again coming like this. So everything is like very HTML type and very ugly car type. But now CSS we are going to learn about the styles. So let us learn about the style. So I'm going to style this thing. HTML means I'm going to, and CSS is also learning about the different CSS tags are there. So this h1 is there. So how to do this thing? Okay. So here I will select this h1 like this. Then I have to, after this curly bracket, then I have a lot of CSS properties. I can have a lot of CSS properties. Again, CSS are a lot, but you don't have to learn everything, because then there are 10,000 of CSS property. Once you go into project, you'll keep on learning, but the basics ones you should have it on back of your mind, like color, background color, all those things. And I'm going to tell all the basics on and all. Okay, so suppose I will have a color. So color is like this, and then see it is already giving me some of the things. Okay, what are the things? Maybe I'll take it as blue, and I will have to give a quotes also like this. I can have multiple things after this, so I will save it. And so it is still not the color is blue, still the color is black, because the HTML and CSS are there, but you have to link both of them, or else it will not know which CSS to pick up. So I will come here, and I will have here a link of CSS and style.css. So this is the complete thing which you have to do. Link rel style set, rel equal to style set, and href will be the path. Href will be the name. This style.css. I'll save it. Now it is blue color. So this is how this is linked, and you have to do it only one time, as you might you are seeing this now. So now, okay. So now we are going to see we're going to add two more things, and then we are going to learn about one of the very important thing, which is known as colors in CSS. Okay, so that is very important thing. So H3, best place to learn CSS, and I'll have a p tag, and it will be lorem maybe 40. Save it, so it will have this because I need something to color and all. So now what we are going to learn, we are going to first learn about the different types of colors in CSS. So there are different kind of coloring system in CSS. Actually there are 4 coloring system in CSS. Okay, the 4 coloring system, what are they? So the first coloring system is like, okay, I have some very good links also for this, so let me get those links. Okay, so the first thing which I want to say is that it is I have given the color blue. So this is the most common way to give the color, and this is like this is known as a named way to give color. What is this named way to give color? So this is like this. There are, as this is shown, this is a very good site, and maybe I will give this site also. So it has been written here that modern browsers support 140 color names, which are listed below. Okay, so everything support this 140 color name. Actually, before 2015, there are far less color, because in 2015 there were some changes, not changes, updations were done in HTML also and CSS also. HTML become HTML version 5 and CSS become CSS version 3. Before that it was 2.1. Okay, so version 3 it has become, and one thing is that HTML and CSS are governed by the same committee known as W3C, Worldwide Web Accommodations. Accommodation or something like that. I cannot spell it. Okay, so that is like there, it is there. So so what? So there are 140 color names. Some of them are actually very, very good. Some of them were very, very good, like Indian red, light carol, dark carol, pink, hot pink. Some of them I know because they are very good, like tomato, like dark khaki, lavender, and all these things are there. Chart views, something. It is not necessary for you to know, and anyways you should not know it. But sometimes when you use it, or a lot of time, just like me, you will come to know about all of these things. So that is there, and all the different colors names are there. So now this is one way, but as you might have guessed, 140 color names are not enough. And if there were 140 color names, all the website will be very bland. Means if just 140 color names are there, actually there you can have billions of colors in CSS. Like you can use billions of colors in CSS, and there are 3 systems for this. Definitely not the color name system. We have 3 different systems for it. Okay, let me make it a bit bigger. And those 3 systems are like, one is known as hexadecimal system. This is a hexadecimal system. One is known as RGB system, and one is known as HSL system. So what are these 3 systems? So the hexadecimal system is the most oldest system of them all. Oldest system. Okay, it is like from the starting. It's like that from the starting. So what is this hexadecimal system? So you're seeing something, it starts with the hash. You have to give a hash, and then you have this numbers like this numbers you don't have like this. Okay, so hexadecimal system is there. It is follow the hex code. Hex code is something which is like the number. It is something which we have learned in maths in maybe in 7th or 8th class. I don't remember. So like the normal numbers are like 0 to 9, what we follow generally for counting and all, 0 to 9, because that is of base 10. We might have learned base 10 because only 10 numbers are there, unique numbers, and then we do everything with that base 10. Then we have also learned there is a binary system which the computer understands, which is a base 2 because it is 0 and 1. Now we have something known as this hexadecimal, which is of base 16 because it is like 0 to 9 numbers are there, and A to F alphabets are also there. So it is a base 16, and it is much more superior system. Why? Because you can have more numbers in this. So that's why the CSS team chose it. Okay, that is there. This is one thing, and the other thing is that it consists of 6 numbers. And that comes in a pair of 2. First 2, second 2, and third 2. So it comes in 3 pairs. Why it like that? Because the 3 pairs means something. First 2 pairs stands for red, next 2 pairs stands for green, and next 2 pairs stands for blue. Why? because the human eyes can see only the color red, green, and blue, or a combination of it, They can see only these things. Some other species can see some other things also, like kite and all. Not kite, bats and all. They can see something other, but we cannot see. So for us, this is there. So ff is like it is like the first thing is red. So if it is all ff, means the hex code for red is ff00000. It means like ff means it is complete red, green and blue are 0. Okay, and if you add something bit more here, see, it is happening like this. So this is also something is coming. So this is like this, and total black is like 000, and total white is like this thing, FFFF, it is there. So we don't have to understand that much. We have very good hex pickers, so this is also one of the picker. Some other pickers are also there. So we'll have some light color here, maybe like this pink color, and I will go for this shade of pink, and this is the hex code of it. Again, there are billions of color, you don't need to remember anything. And I want to give this background as this light pink. So I want to give the background of our site as this light pink, this background. So how to do that? I will come to the style and I will give the body as, there is something known as background color is this, like this. I'll do, save it and see. This will happen, this pink has been applied there with the hex code. So the next thing is that it is like RGB. It is known as RGB. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. Red, green, and blue. And as I told, this is much obvious why red, green, and blue. And this has got values like this. Red is this, green is this, and blue is this. So again, we are going to choose, and it is not some hexadecimal. It is from 0 to 255. So this H1 we are given. So this maybe this H3 we are going to give with this RGB H3, and I will give this color as this. Color as this. So color I have to give something dark. So I go to this and I will choose this thing. This thing. Not this thing. This thing. RGB. This thing. So this is like this brown kind of color. Now the last system is known as the HSL. HSL stands for hue, saturation, and lightness. Actually, this is a system which designers loves a lot, because in that what happened, we don't have this combination of like this red, green, and blue. H stands for hue. Hue in Roman means color. So hue, saturation, lightness. Saturation means how much black is there. Lightness, we know. Lightness is what is there. It is light or dark and all those things. So these two are in percentages, and this HSL, which stands for color, is it in number? It is in number. So this is how we give it, and again we can choose it from this thing. And again, I'm going to give it for paragraph. The color will be like this, and I have to give a darker color. Okay, so maybe this one. I'll choose. So I have to choose this thing, I think. Okay. Save it, and it will be like this green color. So this is how we give the color. So let us now go ahead and to understand the colors. Now we'll learn about the fonts. Okay, so everything have fonts. HTML, this HTML have got some very good fonts, okay, out there. So let us understand about the fonts first. So first thing is that font family is like Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. I have taken three things. Let me save it, and I'm giving the font family. Font family, by font family we give the font. I'm giving it where? I'm giving it in the body so that it is applied to the whole of the things. Okay. Save it. See, a font was changed. Okay, but you might have seen that. Okay, I have given three fonts. Okay, Arial, Helvetica, and Sans Serif. Why I have given three fonts, not one font? Maybe I should have given the Arial only. Okay, but I have not given it. I have given three fonts. I've given three fonts because what happens here in HTML or browser, it might happen. This is known as the main font, and these two are known as the fallback fonts. These two are known as the fallback fonts, or I can have 10 fallback fonts also. Because what happens, sometimes it might happen that the browser is not having that font. Why it will happen? As I told earlier, the HTML and CSS are governed by a committee known as W3C. So they make the recommendation. They have have some inbuilt fonts in each one of them. So they have created those things. Okay, so that is there. But the browsers are made by different companies. Like this Chrome is made by Google, Safari is made by Apple, Firefox is made by Mozilla, and Edge is made by Microsoft. All of them are different. So actually, these browsers have got very complicated lines of codes and all these things. So they are made by all these big companies only. So it might be there, although it is not like that, these are very common fonts. It might be there that that font which I am giving, it is not there in one of the browser. Maybe suppose I'm giving this font like this, Arial. Arial is actually very common font, but suppose Arial is not there in Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer was a very bad browser. That's a Microsoft retired it. Nowadays it is not there in Windows also. Windows 10, 11, anything you find it. Internet Explorer is not there. They had replaced it with Edge. So suppose I've given Arial and Arial is not there in your Internet Explorer. Then what happened? Then it will go back to Helvetica. Then it will check if Helvetica is there. So go back to Helvetica. Then Helvetica is also not there. Then it will go back to sans serif. And sans serif is also not there. Then it will go back to whatever is there in the Internet Explorer. It will show that. So that is how the fallback fonts are very important. So these are fallback fonts, and we have some very good fonts are there, but these are not complete. Okay. So generally nowadays nobody uses the inbuilt fonts and all. Everybody uses Google fonts. Something known as Google font is Google again provide us with very good fonts. Okay, Google fonts are there. Why very good fonts? Because they are a bit different. First thing is that they are a bit different. And why it is showing me this? Okay. So when you come to this home page, you see this. Okay, all these different kinds of fonts are there. All these different kinds of fonts will be shown, and you can choose any one of them. So they are not inbuilt in the browser. You have to use it in a way which I will tell. So this is there. I think I will choose the first one only. So I want to show some cursive font. So this cursive font I choose. Then you'll have something like this. Some of them have more styles also, but it has only one style. So I'll choose this. Select this style. Choose this. So then it will come here. In this tab, it will come, and I have to go to this import here like this, and then I have to select this thing, and this Google have given us something, and then I have to go to this body, and then I have to paste it here. Import, I have to paste it here. Now I can use this font anywhere. And with what is the font name? Font name is inspiration and all something. So I don't want to use it in the body. I want to use it in the paragraph tag. Okay, so I want to use the paragraph tag. So font family, I'll do is it is like its name is inspiration. But whenever you use Google font, you have to give it in single quotes. Okay, you have to give it in single quotes like this. And now I will again have this Arial. And here the fallback fonts are very important, because first thing, it's a Google font, but there are 99% chances that it will work in all the browsers. Google is not a small company. Okay, Google is also one of the top 5 companies in the world. So that is there. So Google also does a lot of things. So this will be there. But suppose it is not there again in some browser, then you have to get a fallback one. And one more thing is that I'm getting it from the internet. Again, that same train example. Chain entering the tunnel example. If it goes away at that time, then what happens? Then it will load this Arial, Helvetica, which are by default in the browser. So I'll save it now, and I'll come here. See, this cursive font has been shown. Nice cursive font has been shown. Okay, so now it is like very small. It is not like very big. It is like very small. So now what to do? Now we can control the font size also. Font size is like 20 pixel. And font weight is like, by default it is normal. I'll make it bold. So it's like this. So it is going still bigger. So maybe this is very small, maybe like 25 pixel I'll do, and I'll come to it. What is this pixel? So now it is looking better. It is like good, nice, big size is there. So this I have done. So now I'm going to use another. So pixel, I will tell what is this pixel. Okay. So now there is something known as line height. I'll tell. And I will do this as 1.8 RAM. I'm using another unit known as RAM. Okay, so what is this RAM? So RAM actually is the space between two lines. Space between two lines is known as line height. Okay, not RAM, it is the line height. So right now I have used two different things. One is a pixel, one is a RAM. So what are they? They are units of measurement, but what are they actually? So pixel is the most common unit of measurement. The more you give the pixel, the more the size of the thing increases. Okay, more the size of the thing increases. So, but what is a pixel? Pixel, we all know what is a pixel. Pixel is like whenever you all of us have heard that line that the image have more pixel or a TV have more pixel. The clarity is better. Yeah, the clarity is better. The pixel is that only. Pixel is the other dots which we see. If we had gone 10 years back, we can see the dots very clearly. But nowadays everything is HD, through HD, 4K, 8K. You cannot see those dots. So dot is something like the more dot you can put in 1 square centimeter, the more pixel will have. So the TV manufacturer are putting more and more dot and dot and dot in 1 square centimeter. So they have like that. So that is about those pixels. But the CSS team doesn't uses the pixel in that way. Okay. So it is that they also have their own monitor, which is of 3000 dpi density per inches, and they are given the pixel according to that. But in most common language, it is like the more pixel you increase, the more size will increase. Now, what is this RAM? What is this unit RAM? So there is two more units. One is known as RAM, one is known as M. And we can use it interchangeably, means anywhere, wherever the size is required, I can give it in font size, I can give it in line height, I can give it at a lot of places. Okay. So, but what are they actually? What are they actually? So let us see that. For that, I will go to this index.html and I will have a div. I will have a div. We need to know about the parent child thing. Okay. So div I will have, and I will put it here inside it, and then cut it, save it. So this div is there, and this div is wrapping everything h1 h3p. So what is this? So this div is actually the parent, and these are all the children, and the body the children is div, immediate children is div, and div the children is h1 h3 and p. So this is the parent and these are the children. So now what is it to do with this RAM and M? So there is something to do with RAM and M. So I'll give a div and give a font size of 10 pixel. 10 pixel again, save it. So see, the moment I give the 10 pixel, this h1 and h3 have become also very small, because this I have not given anything, and this is actually taking it from here, which is not a good thing. Okay, which is not a good thing, and we're going to fix it next. So 10 pixel I've given like this. Okay, so now let us do this font size only. Font size I'll make it as 2M. 2M I have made like this. 2M it has become like this. Like this, I'm making 3M. It will become like this. So what is this thing? So M depends upon the parent. So parent font size is 10 pixel, and I will start giving the M. So 10 pixel is the parent font size. Font size 3M means 3 into 10, 30 pixel. 4M, 4 into 10, 40 pixel. So it is like this. Okay. So 2M. So but 3M means 30 pixel. But if I give, instead of 3M, if I give RAM, what is RAM? RAM means now it is not 30 pixel. Now by default the size of anything on the browser is 16 pixel, because the W3C team had told like that. Okay, everything by default the size is 16 pixel. So it is 16 into 3, not 10 into 3, 16 into 3 it is. So this is much more bigger than that, and it doesn't depend upon a parent, it depends upon the complete website, and it is there. So if I give RAM, it depends upon the hard-coded 16 pixel. 16 pixel is the reference. But if I give M, I can control it, like font size, I can do it. But if I give this thing, it is hard-coded 16 pixel into 3, whatever I will give. Okay. So like this 3 RAM is very, very big. So it is showing very big. So I will make it a bit smaller, and we'll move forward. Maybe 2.5. Yeah, it is looking like good. 2.5 is looking like good, and maybe this will be 2. Okay, so now it is looking much more better. So this is done. But we have just seen one very big problem which I've seen. So I've given this div. See, this h1 and h3 sizes were small because we are not giving it like this. So I will actually comment this out. So again, the sizes are same for this. Sizes are whatever it was there. So the way to give the style like this h1, h3p is not a good way to give the style, because it creates something known as global styles. So in bigger projects, you never give the style like h1, h3p. we have something known as classes and IDs. So that is something which you can assign to everything, because in bigger project, as I told, 10 10 50 50 front end engineer works on one project. So everyone started giving with H1 H3P. It will do, it will actually break the project, because CSS is like global. This is like global. So I'll come here and we'll see the concept of classes. So in this div, I'll give a class, but the class is something which I can give it anywhere. Like I can give it the H1 also, H3 also, P also. What it does, it is used to uniquely identify it. So class I'll do. Okay, one sec. So class I'll do, and so class is there, and the class keyword is, and you can give the class any name. Give something good. So I'll do like box one. Second handed is not given that much keys. It is only 5. 5 o'clock never. I never give second hand. It's around 5:30. So this box one is there, and then this box one I'll go. So now we'll give some style to this box one. Okay, so classes, how we do classes, we do it with dot and box one. I do, and then I'll come here and I can give any style to it. So maybe I'll give the background color as light blue. So it will contain in the everything. It will contain everything will be light blue. I'll give something padding also. Padding is a thing which gives some space around everything. So space means around all of this thing it will add. So I'll make the padding as 10 pixel. I'll do, save it. So bit of 10 pixel padding is been made around everything. So this is there. Then what else I will do? So this is there. This is how it is work. So this thing, classes are something which you can get multiple times. Multiple times you can give 10 times also the same class name. So what I'm going to do, this same thing, I will copy it, and maybe this one I will make it a bit smaller. I won't do this. I will save it and see a different class has been made like this. But this is very close, and I will have a BR here. So this will show like this, but I have a different class. Now coming back to IDs, what are these IDs? IDs are also like classes, but IDs are like one-time use. You give it somewhere, you cannot use it more than that, and IDs are generally used one times only. For see, this class I'm using multiple time, but ID I can use only one time. So I will come here, ID equal to, I'll do ID equal to, I'll do second P, I'll do second P, save it, and then so I can give anything like second P I've done, save it, and now this I'll come here and I'll give this hash second P like this. I'll give, and then I can give anything to it which will be unique. Let me copy this thing, and we're going to change it a bit. Okay. So first thing is I don't want any fancy fonts, so I will remove it. Then maybe I want it as normal, normal, and this will be like 2 RAM, and this will be like 1.6 RAM, and this color also I will change. So changing the color, you can do it from here also. This is also one place to change the color. You get a nice wheel kind of a thing, and which color we are going to give. Maybe some red color. So sometimes it's very difficult to choose. So red color kind of thing. Maybe darker pink color kind of thing. Okay. Let's it done. It is yellow only. So this is like this. Okay, 2 RAM is actually very big. It will be 1.6, and this will be 1.2. Save it. So 1.4. Maybe this is okay. Okay, we'll not play much. So this is like this. It is showing. So this is how you can use your IDs. So this is how you use the IDs. So that is done. So now, okay, we are going to move ahead, and we are going to look into styling a form now. It's good to style a form, because we have seen a very ugly form earlier. So we are going to see a good form now. So let us do that. And then for that, we have to make a form. And again, we've gone a bit down. So again, we will add that HRBR trick. So BR, I'm going to do, and then the form. But now we are going to have all classes here. So if we started putting classes here, it will be much more better. So we will have a class equal to my form. Okay. Then I will have a div. But this div will have some name, okay, because we know we have to style it. Okay, div equal to form group. This is also how we can take the shortcut, and I will have a label as again as a name, and then come here and input type as text and name equal to name, and this is like this form group, and this is email, and text is email like this. And let's have a message also. Message, and this will be last one will be okay. This one will be message, and this one will be text area. So same form which we have created earlier, it is like this only also. Okay, text area is like name is like message, and text area is always you have to complete it. And last one we will have it as a input, type is submit, and this I will have a class also, a class equal to button, and value equal to submit submit. And if I save it, I'll have this ugly looking form, again the HTML kind of ugly looking form I have. But since I put it in div, it is coming in the next line. So but then also it is very ugly looking, but we are going to fix it with your CSS. So first thing is that I'm going to select this form, my form, and I'm going to come here, my form I'm going to give. Now what I'm going to give here, so padding is something which is all the way around. So you give padding to something, it anyways it looks very good. So padding maybe 20 pixel I'll do, save it, so it will have this padding around. So then after that, this dot my form and dot form group. So this is something like we need to choose in two ways, like form name and this like form group is we can choose. So we choose it like this in two level I'm giving, because there can be multiple forms in our project. It is a big project. There can be a form name dynamic form which have something known as form group inside. So I can choose these things. So like dot my form and form group. So what I'm giving, what I'm doing right now, see there is these tools are very close. In HTML we use the trick to add a BR. We don't want to add a BR. We want to add something like this, and we can give only padding bottom here. So padding bottom is like 15 px I'll do, and save it, and it will be have this padding bottom here. Padding bottom is there. So that is there. And then we have like there's I want this all names to be coming in a different line. So there is one way we can do is like BR and all those check. Okay, but they're coming in same lines because of this label and input. Both of them are inline element. If I change the label to a block level element, then it will be that. And CSS is very powerful. You can change anything to a block level element. Okay, so I will choose this dot my form, and I'll make it label. I'll make it as display is block space block. Save it. See, it is coming in the next line. It is coming in the next line. So now it is much more better looking. So now what I want to do, I want to do this all this thing and this thing. I want it to be extend everywhere, and I also want one more thing. Okay, so see, there is no space between them. I want some space also between them. So space means padding around it. So how to do that? I have to choose this input, and this input. Okay, so I have to choose three things. So what I will do, I will give a common class name here. Okay, so class, so this is how common class names you can use. So anyways, form group also common class name. So input type, maybe I will use, and I have to just, this is my CSS. So I have to come here and let us again use this my form dot my form and dot input type, and padding is 8px. So there will be some padding here. Okay, so if I type anything, so this padding is there, it is looking nice. Now I want to expand completely. So I'll have this weight as 100%. I'll do save it, so it will expand till that. So now our form is very good looking. Okay, so it's very good looking. Only the thing which is ugly in this form is this submit button. Submit button is still not good. So how to design this button? So it is very easy, and I will tell you the most easy way. Most of the time you get some ugly looking code from the internet, but you can do it in yourself only. So there are something which you will learn also. So dot button I'll do, and first thing is there should be a padding, and there should be some padding on the top and padding on the bottom and padding all the way around. So we should have some same padding, like padding 10 pixel and 15 pixels. So what is this? This is a shortcut. This means that top down padding is 10 pixel and left padding is 15 pixel. Save it, so see, it will look like this. Okay, then I have done this. Then I will have a border of, by default there is some border of color is given. Okay, so it is very good to make a border of none, so that it will be shown like this. If I make a border of none, I'm not able to see much. So let me do one thing. Let me do a background color, because by default it is a blue gray kind of a color, which is not good. And it is like, I'll do a dark blue. I like dark blue, so I'll do this dark blue, so it will become like dark blue. But now the submit button has been not been shown, so I'll do a color of white and do and save it, so it will be shown like this. Okay, now it is shown like this. Now these pointed things are there, this pointed thing in these boxes are there. I want to have smooth things, so for that we have to do something like that. Border radius is like 5 pixel. If we make it 50%, it will be a circle. 5 pixel I'll do. See, this borders are been gone. So that is there. Maybe font size is like 1 rem is okay. And then we'll have also have something known as text transform. Text transform uppercase. So whatever you type, it will be changed to an uppercase. So it is looking good. So everything is done here. The only thing which is remaining is like, you might have seen in all the buttons in any site, if you go hover over it, the pointing thing changed to a hand, and color also sometimes change. So that we do with there is some property known as hover property. We do it with that. Okay, so I'll come here and do a dot button and hover. I'll do, this is a pseudo property hover, and then the background color is like dark panda, and then the cursor is like pointer. Cursor is like pointer. So I'll go here, come back here and see, because color has been changing and this has been changed to a hand. So this is how it has been done. Okay, so we are done here. So now what we need to do? Okay, so we need to create we need to learn how to do images. Okay, we need to learn how to do images. So let us do that next and last, because we are a bit short on time. Again, we'll have a BR here, and here I'll have a div dot image box we'll have, and let us have a h1 here, CSS images. So this will have, so we have this image tag also, but we can have image in a other way also, and that other way is like okay, so first thing is this image box. I want it to have some, this is now only showing like this. I want it to have some width or something. So dot image box, and it will have a width of 800 pixel and height of 500 pixel and a border. So border is a property through which you can give a border. The border is 1px solid black. It means a solid border of 1px all the way around. See what will happen. I'll have this width of 800 pixel, height of 500 pixel, and this box is been created. Box kind of. Now we have a property known as background image. So I want to set the background image in this box only. So I can set for the whole website also, but it is not good in here. So this background image property is there in CSS. Second CSS will not be given right now. This is only 516. Hold on a bit. Okay. So after 530 it will be given. So background image is like this. So background image property is there, and background image property is there. Then we have to come here and the URL I'll do. So URL is there, and then let us again have some image from this thing. So see, now this time I will take a smaller image like 614 to 468, 426. So this is a pixel which is there. So this is a smaller image. Show in Finder and do. Okay, so here I'll have a images folder. Again, I will have this like this. So this images folder has been created now. So I want to place the image inside this. So what I'm going to do in this URL, I'll come and this dot images and unsplash.jpg I'll do, and I'll save it. So the image will be shown, but the image has been, see, it has been repeated. It has been repeated because by default it was not able to fit, because the image is like 600 by 420. So it is not able to fit it. So now what we need to do? So we need to do this background repeat is no repeat. So it will not repeat it because it is repeating it. So it is not now, it is now not repeating it, but we have bigger problem because now we have a lot of space. So then what we need to do is the background size as background size as cover I have to do, and it will fix it. And this is a very powerful technique. By this you can fix image of any size to anything. This only these 3 lines you have to use, and it will do it for yourself. Even if it's a bigger image, smaller image, doesn't matter. You give this 3 line, you don't have to worry again about, so I'm giving the width and the height of something. Okay, no, you don't have to worry about those things. You don't have to worry about those things. So this is there, and then we're done with CSS, but we have not got much time for the JavaScript. So JavaScript takes a lot of time, okay, to teach. So what I'm going to do now, JavaScript first the basics also takes a lot of time to teach, and I want to end it by 540, 545. Okay, so what I'm going to do, a bit of JavaScript I'm going to add in this form only, because one of the main thing of JavaScript is to use some functionality in the form, like this submit event is there. So use those things. So I will do that thing only here. One sec. Okay. And JavaScript, okay, I will also give the playlist for this month. So this month is already, I've done all the basics, CSS basics done, JavaScript basics done. I'll give the playlist. Those who are interested, they can learn from there. It is not always about the certification. All you should try to be a web app developer. That is what we are here for. Okay. So that is there, and now I'll come here and okay. Now the first thing is that we are going to have this all this thing. So how the JavaScript has been added in any project. So JavaScript is generally through a file known as main.js, but you can name it anything. But the thing is that JavaScript is generally given at the end, because JavaScript is of a blocking kind of a nature. So blocking kind of a nature means till JavaScript is been loaded, it will not allow anything else to load. So suppose the site is very big. So what will happen? And a JavaScript of 10,000 lines line of code. So first that JavaScript need to load, then only the site will be needed to be loaded, because if we have to link this JavaScript file. So if we add it here, but that's why we never add a JavaScript file here. We always link a JavaScript file from here after the website is complete. So I will do the script, and it is linked by this script tag, and here main.js I have to do, and it will be linked. So now, as I've told, we are going to add some functionality to this form. So how to do that? Okay, so form have got a class. Okay, we need to have this all should have some okay, this all should have some IDs also, separate IDs. In JavaScript, we rely on IDs a lot. We're going to see why we rely on IDs. So all these input boxes, I want to get the data which the user types here. Okay, so ID equal to is like name only. I will keep it name only. ID equal to email. ID equal to message, and this is, I think this is okay. ID equal to message. ID is all the IDs I've chosen. Now how to write the JavaScript? Okay, how to write the JavaScript and all. So in JavaScript, we select first. We have to select all those things. Okay, let's select all those things. So first thing, also we have to select this form. So this form is there. I have to select this form. So even here I will have a ID also. It's always better to choose it by ID. ID also will have this my form. We generally whatever class we give, we use it in the CSS, and IDs we use it, but it is not mandatory. We can use classes also here. So this my form I have done. So see this main, I will go and I'll do a const my form. So these are known as variables. Okay, these are known as variables. So I have to do like this, and document dot query selector hash my dash form. So what a hash, because IDs are hash. So IDs are hash. So it is hash I have to do, and then it will do like this. Query selector, by query selector I can select the whole form. Okay, then I will have a const name input. I'll do const name input is document name. Const email input is like document query selector email, because doesn't have email. Yeah, email, and I have message also. So that is also ID message, and const. So const and all this, all things are like variables. Okay, const and all are variables. I mean message message msg or msg input I'll have equal to document dot query selector. It is ID is message. Now when we have these things, we have to listen for the when the user is clicking on this button. When the user is going to click on this button, we have to listen for that. Okay, so we will listen for that. So what I'm doing here, listen for form submit. Listen for form submit, and it will be like my form dot add event listener submit. My form dot add event listener. So add event listener is what? So in the form we have, whenever we're going to submit this, so there will be an event fired. So this JavaScript is something like that. It is continuously listening continuously. It will listening in the background. So it will be like that. And what does this line means? It means that you have to submit. Whenever submit happens, you have to call something as on submit. So what is on submit? On submit is like this a function. So in JavaScript we have, it is a functional programming language. It is not like a C++ or Java. People who are from there, they know what I'm talking about. It is not an object-oriented programming. It's mainly a functional programming. So on submit is like I will do, and then the first thing which I'm going to do is like we have to prevent that property, like it was refreshing, so that we have to prevent. So e dot prevent default I'm going to do, and then is like this, and then I will do a console.log of name input dot value, console.log of email input dot value, and maybe okay. So this two I'll do. So let us see that it is working or not. Whatever I'm typing is working or not. So I'll do this inspect, and I'll go to this. This is the console in which the developers works. Okay. So if I do this thing and do this thing, and this is a, maybe I'll submit it. See, it is all the coming, means I'm able to get the data and all, but it is not good to show it here because the end user will never be able to see it. So how to show it, actually? So to show it, we generally have some empty thing here. So let us have something like after this form I will have not a list. I'll have, and then I'll have a class. Class of users, or maybe ID of users. I'll have ID of users, and then I'll go here, and here okay, people are just impatient to fill this form. It is very difficult for people who are this much impatient to get something. Means, see, I sit in front of the system for 16 hours. I'm doing this for the 3 hours, and if you are impatient and all, it is very difficult. Okay, so okay, you have attended it, then that's why you get it. So I will give it, no problem, second attendance form. See, developers are paid in, literally paid in gold. Developers are paid in gold for one reason: they are very patient. They sit for 16 hours to solve just one problem. So if you have not done that thing, it will be very difficult. It takes time to do all these things. Okay, have patience. Okay, so I put the second attendance form also. Please fill the second attendance form. So to get the certificate, so please fill it. Second attendance form has also been given. Okay, so that is there. And now, okay, so now we will go here, and here we have got all the data, but I've just created a user empty UL with the ID of users I have created. So I will go here in the main, and main, and I want to show this, all this is this empty user. So JavaScript is very much powerful. I can get all that users and show it here also, so we are going to do that. And here, see that UL which I have created, okay, this I will create a li inside it with JavaScript, I'll create. So let us do that, and const li equal to document dot create element, document dot create element li. So we can create also element with this li. Okay, document dot create element li. Then whatever the user types, which is dot value and all, I will get that, and I will append it in this. Okay, li dot append child, document dot create text element, name input dot value, message input dot value, name input dot value, then email input dot value, and then, and this is something, is all these things you do my whole JavaScript tutorials, you'll understand it very easily, because I'm not even taught the basics of JavaScript. Okay, I'm just teaching one functionality in JavaScript. You have to do the playlist. I will give the playlist now. Okay, so that you have to do, but I'm just showing you how to add this functionality. And we have to have one more thing here. It is like this, user list is there. User list is there, and then this const user list is equal to document.query selector. Is it is like this, user list. Okay, not this users list. This is this actually users, and this is done. Now this users is done. Now this user list dot append child li is done, and then I also have to free these things like this. So because whenever I was submitting it, it was still showing it here. So I'll come here and let me put this thing. So name, email, this should work. And if I submit it, see, it is coming here. This should work. And it has also removed this thing. Okay, so now I'll have this working fine, and it is showing like this. See, but in most cases what will happen, you don't have to append it something like this. You get the data and pass it through some backend. There are certain thing known as the API endpoints. You pass it through those API endpoints. Okay, you pass it through those API endpoints. Okay, so that is there. And actually we have come to the end of today's class, and as I've told, I will give this all in the link in the description. So all this code, this HTML and CSS code which we have created, I will give it there. Okay, so that is there. And the other thing is that, as I've told, I've already completed this CSS week and this JavaScript week already have done. Okay, already have done earlier on my channel. So let us go here and YouTube I'll do. And if you go to my channel, your channel, and I have this playlist. Okay, and if you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. And the people who join my channel, they also get a special one-to-one with me to solve their career doubts, and they get a special access to me. It is like I used to do a lot of one-to-one earlier, but nowadays if you join my channel, then only you can get that special access to me and doing all those things. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so that is there. And if I go to this playlist, okay, so I have some, like, I have already done the 3 essential things which I do this month, which is like CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. So I will give this all playlist. So after this, what you need to do, what are your next step? Your next step to do is CSS basics, JavaScript basics, and React.js basics. And you have to do a lot of projects and put them on the LinkedIn and tag me. Okay, so I will give all these things, okay, like this. And like this is like the CSS one. This is like the JavaScript one, and this is like the React one. So these are all the playlists which you have to do, and which are actually week-long playlists. Every month, first 3 weeks of every month, I do this thing from Saturdays, from Monday to Friday. Okay, so this has been already completed, and next Monday I am going to complete something very advanced actually. So if you don't know this thing, it will be very difficult to know. That is known as readers, which is a important thing to learn it. And please do subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're not done it yet. Please do like the video if you're not done it yet. Please do it so that it can reach to more people. And most of you might be on my WhatsApp group. You can ask me the path, because nowadays I cannot do some one-to-one with me. Only I can do one-to-one with if you join my channel as a paid member. So there is a joining thing is there. You can join, and a very nominal fees is taken, and you can do the membership. So this membership is there. Okay, so you get all these things, and so it is also mentioned what you are going to do. You get all this. I've just recently got you will get access to weekly Zoom call. Okay, weekly Zoom call. It's not like a WhatsApp. It is not like a YouTube call. It's a Zoom call. Zoom call, you can have access. You can ask me anything. Weekly Zoom call for all the members. Okay, you can ask me anything, and you'll also get the recording of it. And you have a monthly one-to-one to solve your career doubt with me. Monthly one-to-one means like personal call, personal video call to solve everything. And you trust me, I do very good one-to-ones, because I have been in the industry for 16 long years, and I've guided a lot of people. So this is like a mentorship kind of a program which I have started on my channel with a very nominal fees. I think it is like 155 or something per month. So this is there, and you get access to all this in weekly Zoom calls for the rest of the life. So that is there, and that is what about all these things. And we can end this call here, and thank you all for attending, and it was nice to teach you all, so it was good. And please do contact me if you want to, miss, if you on my one of my WhatsApp group and all, please do come in contact with me, miss. Just ping me and I will try to solve, but don't try to ask too much technical questions. If it is related to your career, technical in the sense, people ask me their job questions, people ask me their interview questions. Okay, those things I cannot help to the people who are still not a part of my some of my boot camp or something. Okay, because I don't have time, basically that problem is time. So but you can come and you can ask me about your career. I will try to solve it on your WhatsApp or LinkedIn, whatever you are there. You can ping me on LinkedIn also, because I help all the people who ask me what, so sir, what I should take, what path I should take, what I should do. I've done this thing. So you can chat with me anytime. I will try to answer your everything. Okay, thank you all and for attending it, and you'll all get the certificate by tonight. Those have filled both of this attendance form, you'll get it by tonight. And because it takes some time to generate those certificate, so we will communicate on the channels, because you'll get it on your mail, so through which email ID it is coming and all those things, we'll communicate on the channel itself, and on the WhatsApp group and all those things itself. Okay, with this I will end today's stream. Thank you all for attending. Bye.